A Civic Type R owner just destroyed his front tires in 500 miles because he chose the wrong offset. Another bent 3 wheels in a month running the factory 20s. But here's the thing. One simple measurement could have saved them thousands. Whether you've got an FK8, FL5, or even an older Type R, wheel fitment can make or break your car. Get it right, and you'll transform the looks and performance. Get it wrong? You're looking at damaged tires, bent wheels, or worse, altered suspension geometry that makes your Type R handle like garbage. Today we're covering everything. Stock specs for every generation, the most popular aftermarket sizes that actually work, how wide you can go before needing mods, and real setups from actual owners. Plus, I'll show you exactly where to get expert help so you don't become another fitment failure story. Let's start with what Honda gave us from the factory. The EK9, that's the original 1997 Type R, came with tiny 15 by 6 inch wheels plus 45 offset, 5 by 114.3 bolt pattern, and a 64.1mm hub bore. Those lightweight wheels kept rotational mass low on the 185 horsepower Screamer. Jump to the EP3 from 2001 to 2005, and Honda stepped up to 17 by 7 inch wheels, still plus 45 offset, same 5 by 114.3 pattern. The FN2 European hatch got 18 by 7.5 inch wheels with a high plus 55 offset, while the JDM FD2 sedan pushed that even further to plus 60, super tucked in those fenders. Here's where it gets interesting. The FK2 from 2015 switched to 5 by 120 bolt pattern, same as BMW, with 19 by 8.5 inch wheels at plus 60 offset. This pattern carried over to the FK8, which went even bigger with 20 by 8.5 inch wheels, still plus 60 offset, wrapped in two 45/30 R20 tires. The FK8's 20 inch wheels look aggressive, but they come with a major downside: pothole vulnerability. Those ultra-thin 30 series tires offer almost no cushion, and bent wheels became so common that Honda actually downsized on the new FL5. The 2023 FL5 runs 19 by 9.5 inch wheels, an inch smaller diameter, but a full inch wider than the FK8. Still plus 60 offset, still 5 by 120 bolt pattern, but now with Meteor 265 30R19 tires. Honda clearly learned their lesson: more tire, more grip, fewer bent wheels. Now let's talk about what actually works in the aftermarket. The absolute sweet spot for the FK8, and this comes from hundreds of owner reports, is 18 by 9.5 inches with around plus 45 offset, running 265/35 R18 tires. This setup fixes everything wrong with the stock 20s while improving performance. Think about it. You're downsizing from 20 to 18 inches, which gives you thicker sidewalls for pothole protection. You're going wider from 8.5 to 9.5 inches, which perfectly fits a 265 tire instead of the stock 245. And that plus 45 offset. It pushes the wheels out about 15 millimeters per side for a way better stance without any rubbing. Even Mugen, Honda's own tuning division, offers their wheels in exactly this spec for the FK8. That's basically Honda saying, yeah, we know the stock 20s aren't ideal. Multiple owners report this. 18 by 9.5 plus 45 setup is literally bolt-on with zero modifications needed. The second most popular choice, 19 by 9.5 inches with plus 45 offset, running either 255 or 265/35 R19 tires. This became huge after the FL5 made 19's factory standard. You get better looks than 18s while still improving ride quality over the FK8's 20s. Want a more aggressive stance? Drop the offset to plus 38 to plus 40. This pushes the wheels closer to flush with the fenders. We're talking just 7 millimeters more poke per side. Owners running 19 by 9.5 plus 38 with 255 width tires report zero rubbing on stock suspension. But here's the trade-off nobody talks about. Lower offset can increase torque steer. One owner with 19 by 9.5 plus 38 wheels reported a fair amount of torque steer compared to stock. It's not dangerous, but your Type R will pull more under acceleration. Physics is physics. Now let's push the limits. Without any fender modifications, the absolute widest you can go is 275/35 R18 tires on 18 by 9.5-inch wheels at +45 offset. Multiple owners have proven this works with zero rubbing on stock suspension. That's seriously wide for a Civic. Want to go wider? Get ready for modifications. Track junkies are running 10-inch and even 10.5-inch wide wheels with 285 section tires. But this requires rolled fenders, trimmed liners, and serious negative camber. We're talking -3 degrees up front. One owner documented fitting 18 by 10.5-inch wheels with 285 tires on his FK8. He had to roll the front fenders completely flat, trim plastic tabs, and run aggressive alignment. But the result? A Type R that can hang with supercars on track. Just don't try this for your daily driver. Let's talk rubber. For street driving, the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S is basically the gold standard. It's OEM on the FL5 for a reason. Excellent grip, long life, great in wet conditions. Continental Extreme Contact Sport runs a close second and costs less. For track days, you want 200 treadwear tires. The Bridgestone RE71 RS delivers near-racing slick grip. The Yokohama A05 is even stickier, but only lasts about 5,000 miles. And the Falcon RT660? Best bang for your buck if you're on a budget. Need all seasons? The Michelin Pilot Sport. All Season 4 is your best bet. It's shockingly good in dry conditions for an all-season, and actually works in snow. Just remember, on a 300-horsepower front-wheel drive car, cold weather traction will always be a challenge. Quick note on spacers. Sometimes you need them for brake clearance. A 3 to 5 mm spacer can save a wheel that barely touches the Brembo calipers. But always use hub-centric spacers from quality brands like H&R or Eibach. Cheap spacers on a Type R. That's asking for disaster. Here's something crucial. Lowering changes everything. Drop your Type R an inch on springs, and you'll gain negative camber that actually helps with clearance. The tops of the tires tilt inward, pulling them away from the fenders. It's why some setups that rub at stock height work perfectly when lowered. Popular springs like Swift or Eibach drop about an inch and work great with our recommended wheel sizes. But if you slam it on coilovers, you'll probably need fender work for anything aggressive. The FK8's front fenders roll easily since they're metal. The rears are plastic though, you can't roll plastic. Let me save you from expensive mistakes. First, hub rings. If your aftermarket wheels have a larger center bore than 64.1 mm, you need hub-centric rings. Without them, you'll get vibrations that no amount of balancing can fix. $20 rings prevent $100 headaches. Second mistake, lug nuts. Honda uses ball seat lugs, but most aftermarket wheels need conical seat. Use the wrong type, and your wheels can literally fall off. Always buy new lugs to match your wheels. And torque them to 95 pound-feet, not with an impact gun, with a torque wrench. Third, cheap replica wheels. I get it, real Volks are expensive, but replicas can crack or even shatter on a Type R. You're putting 300+ horsepower through the front wheels, pulling G-forces on track. Stick to reputable brands like NK, Rays, Work, or at minimum quality flow-formed options. So where should you actually buy wheels? Big retailers like Tire Rack are fine for basic fitments, but for Type R specific expertise, you want specialists. Threepiece.us has become the go-to for serious enthusiasts. They don't just sell wheels, they know exactly what fits every Type R variant. Threepiece can build custom-forged wheels to exact specifications. Want 18 by 9.7 inches with plus 43.7 offset for absolutely perfect fitment? They can do that. They've measured these cars in 3D and know clearances down to the millimeter. Plus, they'll include proper lugs, hub rings, everything you need. Let's look at real setups. This 2019 FK8 runs Volk TE37SL in 18 by 9.5 plus 38 with 265/35 Falcons on Swift springs. Zero rubbing, perfect flush fitment. Another owner has 19 by 9.5 plus 38 work emotions with 255/35 Michelins, also no rubbing on stock suspension. For track builds, check this out. 18 by 10 Moi5 plus 45 Titan 70s with 285/30 Yokohama A052s. Required rolled fenders, -3 degrees camber, and trimmed liners. But this FK8 now runs with Porsche GT3s at the track. That's what proper fitment can do. Here's your quick reference guide. For FK8 and FL5 daily drivers, 18 by 9.5 plus 45 with 265/35 tires. Perfect fitment, no mods needed. Want 19s? Go 19 by 9.5 plus 45 with 255 or 265 for 35 tires. For flush stance, drop to plus 38 offset, but expect some torque steer. Maximum no mod width is 275 tires on proper offset wheels. Beyond that requires fender work. Always use hub-centric rings if needed. Buy proper conical lug nuts for aftermarket wheels and torque to spec. Stick with quality brands. Your Type R deserves it. Total cost: quality wheels run $600 to $1,500 each. Good tires add another $800 to $1,400 for a set. But the improvement in looks, ride quality, and performance? Priceless. Especially when you nail the fitment perfectly first try. Want more Type R content? Subscribe and hit the bell. Drop your wheel setup in the comments. I read everything. And if you're ready to pull the trigger on new wheels, check out threepiece.us for expert fitment advice. Until next time, keep those wheels turning and those tires not rubbing.